We're going to move ahead to advertising, and essentially what I want to talk about here is 4 levels of advertising. Number 1 is search engine optimization. Essentially, that's the organic way of advertising. These are the links that Google produces as a result of a website being strongly held within Google's algorithm, or Yahoo's, or Ask, or Bing. Okay? Then we're going to talk briefly on pay-per-click management, briefly on email marketing, and briefly on social media. Okay? First, SEO, as I mentioned, is a key tactic in having your listing become prominent. You want to have your website on the first page, quote unquote, of Google. Well, it takes a lot of work to get there because your competition is trying to make the same exact position. And so it's important to gauge at which keywords to target, how to develop constant and growing content, and increase your inbound and outbound links to relevant and popular websites. The use of meta tags, keywords, and descriptions is also vital here. It's important to keep up to date with strong content, both about your business, about your industry, and your products. Okay? When it comes to pay-per-click, we're going to be looking at creating ad-targeted campaigns. We can have multiple campaigns running multiple ads running through one campaign. We can target each one of these to different keywords, and each one of these keywords can be priced at different price points as well. Okay? What happens is essentially with pay-per-click, they show up in sponsored ad regions of Google and search engines, and even social media areas for that matter. And when somebody clicks on one of those links, you get charged for that click. Okay? You can set the budget of how much you want that to be, and often that budget that you set is all reflective of competitors in the industry. For certain industries, it might actually cost more to be in the same position as another industry. Okay? So it's important, as we went back in the beginning, to do that industry research, make that website marketing plan from the beginning. Okay? Finally, we're going to discuss quickly on reporting, and what we're going to talk about here is the importance of why we're going to look at, once you have your website up and running, once you have people coming to your site, why it's important to look at the demographics of the people coming there, the type of browser that they're using, okay? Where in the world, or where in the country, or where in the state are they looking at you from? The reporting tools that are available, whether it be Google Analytics or some level of server-side reporting tool, should be able to tell you in what city was that person looking at your site from. What this does is it dictates for you what advertising campaigns are actually working and which aren't. It introduces you a feedback loop that if you're getting a lot of traffic in one area but it doesn't have great amounts of conversion, maybe we have to go back to the website and tweak a few things, tweak a few words to make it more engaging for that user. If they're coming from the wrong area, for example, let's say I'm a New York City printing facility, okay? But all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of traffic coming from Ohio, right? That's not my target demographic. Maybe there's something wrong with my advertising campaign, okay? So essentially what you want to look at is, how are people finding my site? And once they're there, what are they doing? Okay? Who is my average visitor? Okay? Finally, we're going to conclude here, and I will open the floor to questions, which I strongly encourage. But essentially what you want to have in summary for your website to work for you is number 1, a distinctive visual appeal. Number 2 is high searchability. This is, again, the different techniques of design, different techniques of functionality, and different techniques of advertising going into your website to drive traffic. Number 3, you want to be able to easily manage your content through either a content management system or through some level of quick turnaround of content on your site, whether that be through some level of some API engine to deliver content directly to your site. You want your site to have the ability to deliver qualified leads to your inbox, or better yet, to your bank account. And finally, you want to have a professional staff behind you, whether that's in-house whether that's outsourced or whether you're a guy that wears multiple hats, you want to know that you have the capabilities of providing this level of quality to your website. Because at the end of the day, your website's going to be your number one employee. It's your employee that's awake and doing work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so you want to have that level of support behind your website that's going to turn it into cash.